Mama Fab Finds, and I am here with another haul video. If you watched the last one, I haven't changed, and it's still early in the morning. I had a bad dream last night, so I was up like at 3:30 and couldn't get back to sleep. Just couldn't shake it. So I decided, why lay here? I'll just get up and get some things done. So here we are. But usually when I do videos, I try to do a few at a time. So you'll see I don't change I'm in the same clothes, so you won't see them at the same time, but that's why, because I did them all at the same time. So today we're going over some things I picked up at the expensive thrift store. I'm finishing up the rest of that haul and then I'll go on to the next thing. But this is a haul video, so I'm basically showing you the stuff I picked up that I hauled home to sell on eBay. I try to pick it up for the least amount of money I can get it for and resell it for more money than I spent for it and somehow eke profit out of that. These days things are a little more challenging, gotta say. It's only because, I'm sorry to every reseller out there, if you're watching, it's probably my fault, because when I try to do something, things like this will happen. So like I started doing this 2.5 years ago, and I've had an eBay account since 2016, I think, or before that. So I've sold things on eBay for like a decade almost. So, and Etsy and things like that. But always just little, like one or two things, stuff in my house, whatever, changing things out and whatnot. So, that's always been kind of how it is. And that's nice. My computer just went to sleep, and that was helping with some ambient lighting for the camera. But, since I started doing it, the prices started going up. eBay, the post office changed. Last year, the post office raised their prices four times in a year. eBay changed some of their thing, ways they're doing it. I imagine they're going to do that again. And it's just become a little more challenging. So it's okay. They don't know who they're messing with. I'm pretty resilient, but it is frustrating sometimes when you go to the thrift store and you're looking at things that used to be like $1.99, and all of a sudden they're $4 and $5, and the people in the back of the store are looking things up on their phone and really don't know what they're doing, because they're looking at what people list it for, and people can list it for anything. It doesn't mean it's what it sells for. And so they're laying out guesses and overpricing things dramatically, and their goals are different. They don't really care what they sell, because it's not about that for them. It's about just a business model, like Goodwill. Their business model is to help people that in the community who have special needs to get job skills. That's like basically what they do. It's not about helping poor people get clothes. It's not about funding the community with things that are more affordable, or making money on the things that they sell, or selling the things that they sell, because if any of those things were true, they would not price things the way they do it. So okay, it's your business, you do what you want. But for me and other resellers out there trying to find things to sell, it can be very frustrating. So it's okay. There's still stuff to be found. There's always stuff to be found, so don't get discouraged. You just may have to change the way you're doing things and be a little more, find other places to thrift. There's other thrift stores, and you just have to go around. Like in my area, we have the big thrift stores. We have all the big thrift stores too. Like I have quite a few, like the Salvation Army, Goodwill, like the Savers group. It's called Thrift to Save or something, or Thrift to something. And we have the Red, White, and Blue. So we have all those stores. I don't go to Red, White, and Blue. First of all, it's cash only, which is fine. I just don't usually have cash. But the other problem I have with Red, White, and Blue is it is packed with resellers all the time. We also have a bins, which I've never been to, but that's a great place to source for reasonable stuff. But you have to sort through. You spend a whole day there sorting through a lot of crap. And my back probably isn't going to like me doing that, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to try. We can do yard sales, but you can do estate sales. You can do flea markets. There's lots of other ways. You can do antique stores and look for like higher end things that you can flip double or triple, but you're gonna have to pay up for. So there's lots. You can do retail arbitrage, which means you can go into Marshalls or what and look for name brand products that are on sale, or you can get for a good price, or sneakers you can get for a good price, and then flip them and double up or triple up your profit on eBay or one of those things, because they're recycling them out and you can't get them anymore, and they're still new. And there's lots of ways to do it. So you just have to be a little more creative. And there's things always in the Goodwill and all those stores that aren't being priced up. And they're learning, like they're learning that some things just aren't going to sell if they mark them up too much. So they're bringing prices down. There were some stores that were really pricing up Plush, and now the prices are coming back down to like 99 cents, $1.99, because they're realizing $4.99, $5.99 Plush generally is not going to sell. A lot of it'll sit for that price. You might sell one or two, but you're not going to sell them all. And they take up a lot of room, and room is money in some of these stores. So honestly, the one store I go to is a little thrift store that's a community thrift store, and they price their things very fairly. They do have priced up stuff, but most of their stuff they price very fairly. They price, like their clothing for, $3 for t-shirts or $5 for jeans, and everything's that. It doesn't matter what the brand is. Everything's that way. So there's stores that, and I think that's like, if I had a thrift store, this is how I would do it. I would price like all the smalls at 99 cents, all the bigger stuff at like $1, $2, like a yard sale. I want to get rid of it. I got it for free. I want to get rid of it so I can get in more, so that I can turn a profit constantly and just rotate things out. And I'm helping them. It's, I don't care if I'm wholesaling it to resellers. Why would they care? Like, I don't understand why they care about that, but it is what it is. They can care about what they want to. I just think it's silly, because you can still make a lot of money wholesaling to other people who are going to resell it again. And, it's a win-win for everybody. But they're going to do what they're going to do. If they want to be in competition, I guess they'll be in competition. Sorry, we don't care. So this is a Louisville stoneware mug made in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. And it was $2.49 at the expensive thrift store, 25% off. But this is a ship's wheel that's on here. The design is a saw glaze, but it's a ship wheel. I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm going to say it's probably maybe $15. Not going to change the world a lot with that much, but I just still thought it was cute. So these little guys are leaf fairies, like flower fairy, leaf fairies. They're resin. Got a little bunny rabbit, but look how delicate. It's like the leaf has holes in it. I looked this baby over because I was like, how is this not broken? How is it not? But it's not. And it was $3.99, but it's super cute. I'm going to say it's maybe $12 to $15. It's not worth a ton of money. I wasn't sure. It's not marked. There's nothing on it to tell me anything about it. It's adorable. And I got this one too. There was another one there that was broken, but this one's also super delicate. Look at the rolled up leaf, and there's twin babies there and a little birdie. And again, look, the end's not broken. Look, I was like, I can't even understand. But they're super cute. I mean, I don't know who made them. They don't look like, like sometimes you get figurines in the stores and it's like Dollar Tree stuff for like $3. They don't have that look or the feel, like the real heavy, like crappy weight. These are very lightweight, but not cheap lightweight, like delicate lightweight, like, because they're largely hollow and rolled up pieces of whatever they're doing, but they're beautiful. Look at the faces of them. They're truly cute as could be. And this little one has his tushy. But look at those faces. These are so cute. I'm just like, they're really cute. I had to save them. Yeah, I don't know. They're really, really cute. I have no idea. They don't seem to be anything special from the stuff I could find about them. There's, of course, people just listing things, but I still think 12 to 15 because they're really, really cute. And that's the deal there. So another place in the store that a lot of times things aren't getting priced up, or at least even when they're getting priced up, they're still reasonably priced, is the blanket sheets, placemats, and things like that. And vintage of those and good quality stuff. Anything Gymboree you should look up, definitely. And Carter's. And this is Carter's. It says adorable. It's got the satin edge. It's a plushie. $6 at the expensive thrift store. But still, probably this one will go for like 30 or 40. Again, this is one that's not around right now. So that can be good. That can be good. I'll show you this. And then I'll show you the stupid thing. I bought it anyway. And I know I can get money out of it. But it's still, it annoyed me so much. But this is $1.99. Also Carter's. It is like a little animals all over it, and then it's got the tan, like cotton poly. Um, it's got a little wear. It's been washed a little bit, but it's clean. It doesn't have any stains on it. The white I don't think ever was used. It's beautiful. But that one's probably 20, 25 maybe. Not quite as much, but still, it's okay. There's profit to be made there. This one is a Donald Trump tie. Love him or hate him, his ties sell good money. It's purple and white, and it's got pretty texture. These are really nice quality too. Again, love them or hate them. I can't help it, but they are nice quality. They're super nice weight to them. They're nice quality silk. It's really pretty, like you can see. It's just really pretty. It's very well made. It's handmade. The silk is, it's trying to, but look, he's got like his little shieldy thing here. The name. He's got the little metal tag here. Steve Harvey ties another one. He also has this little metal tag. It's very nice. Also has a nice good weight quality to the silk. So, they may be made very similar places actually, but they're very nice quality, both of them. And they both have something cool in the tip. So, but anyway, but Donald Trump's signature collection ties go for $50 to $70. Some go for way more than that, depending on which one they are. So this was $12.99 for a tie, a used tie. So yeah, I was annoyed when all the rest are $5.99, but they prices went up. But I bought it because I knew fairly certainly that it would go for more than 30, probably 50 to 70. And this particular tie has sold recently for 70. So I'm feeling vindicated out of that, but not all of them do, and so it is annoying. But you take the good with the bad kind of stuff and make the best of it however you can. And sorry, I'm sleep deprived. So all right, let's see what else we can find to show you here. So this is, I really need to clear off the desk, but we'll go with it. So this is stuff that I picked up at the Goodwill. So I made a Goodwill run the other day, and I spent a lot of money, more than I've ever spent at Goodwill my whole life. But it was such a good day, and I'm going to show you a little of what I got. But this isn't the best part. The best part will be in probably the next video. But again, stupidly priced things. But the other stuff I picked up, it paid for everything. So I paid because I think it was $136. One item will pay for it all. So the rest of the stuff is gravy. So it's all good by me. So this is a Fossil. It is a woven bag. It says Fossil front. Leather handles, really good condition, really clean inside. It doesn't look like it was used really. It's very pretty. And such a pretty woven pattern. And I looked it over pretty well because it was expensive. They wanted $12.99 for it. For Fossil, that's a lot of money because usually they sell for around the $25. But this one actually will probably go for in the $30 to $40 range, I think, because I did start looking some of these up. So that made me pretty happy. So hopefully that is good. I do like it when a plan comes together, I like it when a plan comes together. All right, I'm going down. Sorry. And this is another one. Now this one's $9.99, and it's super cute. And I leather woven little saddle bag, woven handle, and then it's got this little silver thing here, snap front. But then I saw, oh look at that! There's it. It's there. It's the heart. It's a Brighton. So. I don't know. They don't often see that. I don't know what they don't look at the Brightons, or they don't realize Brightons are decent. I don't know. Shh, don't tell them. So they did ask $10 for it, but these are for the purses they don't mark up stupidly, like the fake Coaches and the fake Louis Vuittons that they want $100 for, and I just laugh because they're not. But anyway, yeah, it's a Brighton. It's got the big patch in it, and it's in great condition, and it's like full leather, except the back panel here is canvas with the pocket, but the front of it's leather, and it's in really good condition. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's very nice. So, and the leather's in great condition too. I mean, it's not scuffed up a whole lot on the edges. Nothing that a little, it's got this cute pocket in the back. So it'll clean up nice with a little polish. I have like leather cleaner that I just put on, like cleaner, like nourisher. It's the people that make the boots, Martin, I don't know, maybe. But anyway, they make like a polish that I use on everything, and it cleans it up, it makes it shine and look pretty, and moisturizes the leather and brings it back to oomph. So the other thing I bought was a big bag of plastic toy animals. So much bigger than this, like gigantic bag. It was like $6.99 for all of them. And so this morning I spent some time sorting them into lots. So these are like, there's 7 animals in here. They're all around the same size. They're lots, the large size lot. And these are just made in China. So this is just the standard lot of 7 plastic toys, probably $5, something like that. I might do a couple lots together, but keep them separate like this, because this has also got like 4 animals. These are a little different. These are a little bigger. I think these are 3-inch and also just made in China. But the reason I went to all this trouble is because certain brands like Schleich sell better. So these are K&M International animals. Again, there's just 4 of them, so I laded them up. And then we have these, which are all these little articulated animals that are not marked. I don't know what they are, but they all are articulate. Like his head, this doggy, the head moves, and this doggy, the legs move. And so they all have different things they do, and I just threw them all together as a lot. So again, probably 5 to 7, maybe 7 to 10. And these are just, this is how I like, small, unmarked, shiny animals, 2-inch, African. So these are not marked, but look, they're painted and very shiny. I don't know what they are, but they're definitely older. That one's a little different, but he's still shiny. He's a moose. But there are a couple in here that are very cool, like him. You can tell they're older. All of these are vintage, but these are like older vintage because they had like that shiny paint on them. So I lotted them together. I think there's like 5 or 6 of those to see, you know, and just bread and butter all day long. But this is a much larger, and this is also made in China, but they all have like the name of the animal stamped on them. So there's probably 15 or 20 there. So this will probably go for like a little bit more, maybe 10. They're not going to go for tons of money, but they're certainly going to go more than like this. Each little lot will go for something. These are all the reptiles, and there's also a giant hammerhead shark in here. I don't know if you can see him here. He's like 6 inches long. And he's from 1995. So some of these need a bath too. Some are scratched up a little bit. So, but still they're interesting. Then this little lot of Schleich, there's 3 Schleich in here. I probably will sell them individually because usually the Schleich go for like $7 each to $10 each, depending on what it is. I have a little deer up now, but I just sold a donkey, a Schleich donkey the other day. So for like $8. So they do go. This is China, but it has a AAA stamp on them. So there are 4 of those animals. These are bigger. There's a lion cub, a zebra, a tiger cub, and an elephant. So this is probably like, again, 5 to 7. I haven't even looked at these yet. I just separated them this morning. It's a lot of 8 dogs. And no, I bought them specifically because there might be Schleich in them, because those 3 Schleichs will triple my money, probably. And the rest of these are just whatever. So these are China. There's a whole big lot of these little ones. So again, but they're great because they're like fun for little kids, and they're realistic, and they learn their animals. And this is a little farm lot. There's a piggy and 2 cows. These are not marked, but the animals are like really cool quality, like super nice. They have such cute little eyes on them. They're older. They have to be like 1950s or 60s. They're adorable. So I don't know, maybe made in the USA, but they're not marked that way. But super cute. Then this lot, I'm going to have to do some research because these are all like branded. There's the cow is Disney. The this little lizard is Disney as well. I think it's Tangled. Then there's this, I think this is also Disney. I think it might be Peter Pan. There's a little dog in here that's a bulldog with a like hat on. That's a hood pup, which I never heard of before, but that's interesting. And then there's like a monkey or orangutan baboon or something with, you know, the red face and the muscle arms, who's obviously somebody, but I didn't see any marking on him, so I'm gonna have to see, take out like Google and see. So these will probably be little like replacement parts, like $2-3 each. You just pop them up, then wait for the person looking for them, because they probably go to something and some child will, the dog will eat it. There were a couple things. There was a donkey in there that had no feet. Like it had the whole body, but the legs were eaten in half because some little child either chewed them off or a dog did. So that one got thrown away. So this is just a whole bunch of little birds. There's duckies and geese and an ostrich in there. So they're all on little stands. So I allotted them together. And then these are two little teeny horses. They're not Polly Pocket horses though. But I just lotted them together because they're little. They're like 1.5 inches. And then these are teeny tiny 1-inch ones. There's an elephant. Look at the cute little elephant and the little panda. They're adorable little miniature ones. So I put them together in a lot. And you know what the weirdness is? These will probably sell the fastest and for the most money because they're so small. Because people like their tiny things. Tiny things. People like them. So, and this is Safari Limited brand. There's 5 or 6 in here. So, I put them in a lot. Down they go again. And then there's this weird lot of unmarked cats. There's 1 tiger, 3 leopards, and they're all brown and white and black. So, I just put them together because they obviously are together. I just don't know what they are. And then I gave them another bag. I don't like picking up bags with stuff in it that look like it could break, because if it looks like it'll break, it could break, and like ornaments and stuff generally break. But I checked this out pretty carefully, and one thing was broken. It was like the Joy sign. It was the Joy Nativity with Joseph and Mary, and the O is, you know, the baby Jesus. But Joseph's J was broken, so I threw that away. But this one here is a folk art set nativity. And there's the 3 of them. There is a 4th angel that can go with them, but I just have the 3 of them. But even the 3 of them will probably sell for $15, which is more than I paid for the whole bag. So we're good here. But they all have different scenes inside of them, as you can see. They kind of got that Jim Shore vibe going on there, but I would just list them as folk art. And they are wood. They are, you know, they were put on something, like on a dowel thing to like carve them out. So they are definitely wood. And they are painted. So they're very cool. And then I have an Art Deco tie that I picked up. This was $2.49, reasonably priced at Goodwill. It's made by Brawa, which is a brand I never heard, but the tie pattern is very cool. And it's got this purple and red and black and white symmetric. So 25 to 30 all day long. Then we have this cute little black girly angel with her cute little wings, and I think she's kind of like she's a resin, but I think she's older, and I don't know, she's kind of like, she's definitely resin, but she's cute. Anyway, so I have her, and then I have him playing the horn, and this one is like definitely resin with the gold wings. But look at that face, so cute. So, and it's got the Made in China sticker. So I might just let them together because I think she's older than he is, but they're cute together. And then this one is signed and numbered. I think it might also be wood. And that's Santa Father Christmas, and it has a $2.59 and the signature on the bottom. So I'm just going to list him as a folk art Black Santa, Father Christmas, signed, numbered, and see what happens. I'm thinking maybe 15 for him, but you just never know. You'd never know about these things. So let's see if I can grab this other one. So, and then we have some things I picked up at the Goodwill. And if you know, you know. So this is a Bob Ross. Now, funny story, when I first started reselling, I bought a big Bob Ross at the thrift store, I think for like almost $6, and that was back 2.5 years ago, so that would have been a lot of money for a plush at the Goodwill. But I did sell him. He was one of my first things I sold. He sold relatively quickly too. So Bob is well loved. Even though he's no longer with us, everybody still loves the Chill Bob. He's a 6-inch. And he was only $2, and I'm going to say he probably is going to go for 15. So, because everybody likes a Chill Bob. But he's so cute. I just can't stand how cute he was. I had to pick him up, and it reminded me of like back when I first started. So let's see, we got a couple more things we can do here. So this here is a Smooshy Pal, like the other Squishy brand, but a different brand. But he's a pepper, and fruits and vegetables and weird things that are not animals tend to do well when it comes to plushies. So I decided I would pick him up and see what happens. I think he probably will go for 15 to 20. But he cost me $1.99, so I'll take it. This was not from the expensive run to Goodwill, by the way. This was from a different Goodwill that I went on. Goodwill, I think it's Tuesday is senior citizens get 15% off day. So I think Hannah and I went that day and we shopped. But this guy here is named Wrinkles, and he is a puppet, a full body puppet. And if I can get my hand in his head, you will see that his mouth will move. There we go. There we go. So yeah, there's a hole for your hand in his head. And he's very cute. And he's actually by Gans, I believe. So he went for $4.99. He sold a bunch of times. There are a lot of them out there. He's very cute, and he does sell. There's bigger ones that sell for quite a bit of money, but I think he sells for about 20 bucks. So that's okay too. And then the next one here is Gigglescape, which I'd never heard of. He's new at Tags, and he's a lammy, as you can see, and he's pretty goofy looking, which is good. So, and Tags, but he's a Target brand, that's fine. Target brands do really well for me. He's got some beanies in his tummy. So he's a baby plush for them. So $4 and a 15% off, and with new with Tags. And he'll probably go for like 12 to 15. So that's okay as well. So far everything was not too shabby. This guy here is a Raphael silk tie. It's got that graphic kind of polygons on it, but it does have a little bit of the deco vibe, which is, you know, something people like. This was $2.49. It's all silk. Probably $18 to $20 for this one. And then we have this one, which is a Zeidler & Zeidler. Again, we got that Art Deco circle geometric pattern. Zeidler & Zeidler is not quite as good, but 18 to 20 probably for this one. At $2.49 was what I paid for it. And again, all silk. I don't know why Zeidler's not as good a brand, because their stuff is pretty nice. It's just, I guess it's not. It just isn't. So this is a vintage tie by Nan Duskin, Philadelphia. It is silk, but I honestly thought it was polyester because of the way the fabric is woven. It's very, very heavy because it's old. It's vintage. It's probably like 1940s old. It was woven in Italy. It has a little rooster on it, so I don't know who the brand for that is, but it's this cool kind of plaid, golden red plaid. But look, close up, there's little pheasants hiding in there. I just thought it was really cute. It's a little skinnier tie. It's a little probably shorter tie too because it's older. So I'm gonna guess it's 40s, 50s maybe. I'll have to go do a little research. But the tag on here, I don't know if you can see it, Nan Duskin. I'll have to find out when that. It's probably like a boutique store in Philly, or was a beauty. It's not now, but it was. So I can do some research and see when they went out of business, when they were in business. And then you can tell by like it the width of the ties, the length of the ties vary from decades to decades, and so it's not that often gives you a good hint as to when it may have been made. This one is a ziggurat. Again, deco, very symmetric, very cool. Burgundy gray, silver, black. All those colors are the colors you are looking for. So again, $25 to $29, $25 to $30 every time, because it's how it goes. Okay. And my husband's always, every time I sell one, he's like, I just can't believe you sold it. Yeah, I know. So this is Bulgari, made in Italy. This is Bol, B-O-L-G-H-E-R-I. Not to be confused with the B-U-L-G-A-R-I. That's a very different brand. This is an older brand and made in Italy. But this tie was $70 back in the day. So I'm going to say that's good things. So this is a foulard. You see how it's like cement, like there's the same pattern repeating on it. That's what I think it's foulard. F-O-U-L-A-R-D, foulard. But this is also floral, but it's very nice silk. Like you can tell if you want to pet it. That's the kind of silk that is. So I'm going to think that's probably $45 to $50 tie. So, and we're getting into 30 minutes. So I'm going to make this the last one, but Jesus loves me. It's a precious moment, lamb. I want to say it was $40 to $50. It still has its tag on it too. Sorry, I got a hair has attacking me. It's got the satin, it's ivory. It looks like it's just pristine. It's like a fleece that's almost like felt kind of feeling to it. Very cute. Look at the face on him. So anyway, yeah, he's great. So this is a good one that I, happened to luck upon. So, but that's everything I picked up for this haul. Well, there's more coming, but you'll see that in the next video. But if you like the content, please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up. If you like what you're seeing, you want to see more of it, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. It'll just let you know the next time that you'll be able to go in your YouTube and see when I've posted things and watch the old stuff and catch up, whenever you want to. Kind of gives you the opportunity, if you don't see my stuff come up, you can go look at it if you want to check and see what I've been doing lately. And you can also hit the notification button, which is a little bell, and that'll just let you know Debbie posted something, because it'll come up. Best case, Fab Finds posted something. So, and don't mind me, I burnt my finger. It's dreadfully, it's a ginormous blister. So we had a family party on the weekend, and I made a jalapeno popper dip, which I highly recommend. It was delicious. But I made it in the cast iron pan, and when I went to grab it out of the very, very hot oven, 425 degrees, we were like heating things, I had the mitt in my hand, but the mitt, and it wasn't wet or anything like that, it was just an older mitt, and it just failed wherever I was holding it, where my finger was. The insulation had failed or got burnt or something, and I wasn't aware, and so it burnt me pretty badly. So I have a big blister. I'll live, but I was like, don't drop the dip, just get it back in the oven, so trying to be a grown-up. Well, my hair was pretty, but then I doubled up those mitt, and it was fine. We got it out, and it was enjoyed. And yesterday I discovered if you took some of that and warmed it up in the microwave and then spread it on a tortilla and scrambled an egg and put the egg with it, it was wonderful, because there were 10 strips of bacon in that dip. It was made for a breakfast wrap, let me tell you. It was really good. So anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.